I'm in the Mount Jefferson Wilderness. I'm up off in Sandy Am Pass, and I'm gonna head out for a few days and see where we can get. Weather's gorgeous. It's late October, and what can be better than this? So anyway, we'll check back with you in a bit. Well, I'm starting up the trail, and it's kind of cool, very nice outside, and I'm already at a trail junction, and when I get up here, I gotta make a decision whether I'm gonna go counterclockwise or clockwise. I'm pretty sure that I wanna go, counterclockwise, I think. That would leave the Pacific Crest Trail for the end. So anyway, we'll figure it out here and get back to you. Yeah, I'm slowly making my way up from Square Lake. Still going through the burn. It is kind of interesting because I know I'm gaining elevation. The hike's not hard, but it's continual. And I keep going over these little ridges to find another ridge on the other side. So here's kind of a look back at the lake. This is the burn area. Well, I'm still working my way up, and I was right. I am working my way up the drainage. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go somewhere over there. Here's the drainage down, all the way back down to Square Lake, and the Sisters and Mount Washington in the background, and Broken Top. So there's the trail that I just came from. And I'm working my way through these rocks. And I think I'm going that direction there. And through the trees, Three Finger Jack. So you keep moving here. Still no trees, obviously dead ones. Not good for hammock camping, but we'll figure it out. I can always either go low or go high if I have to, so we'll figure it out. Snow on the trail. Snow at upwards of 6 inches. I'm dropping down out of it now. And it's up on the hillside. And I'm going to drop down, and somewhere up over in there, I gotta go over this little hill here. I can't see the trail, but I know that I've got to get over that. And there's a couple ridges in between, so got a little work to do yet. And still no trees to hang from. We'll just keep going. Well, hey, it's day 2. It's Thursday, October the 24th. And I'm about an hour and 15-20 minutes in, stopped to get some breakfast. And it was pretty cold last night, probably mid-20s. And I slept fine though. I was hammocking, and it just a whole different setup for the cold for me, and it feels really good, nice and cozy and warm. So anyway, I'm back on the trail. I've been on it for about an hour, 20 minutes, and I'm working my way up and around Three Finger Jack right now, and I'm by Canyon Creek, and I'm just going to stop for a little bit, have some coffee, and some of my granola that's got some rice milk in it, and I went ahead and put hot water in with it this time, just so it'd warm me up a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to eat and then get back on the trail. Well, I'm at another trail intersection, and if I went down that way, that leads me back down basically to where I came from and where I camped. And if I continue on the old summit, which is 4014, I'll be heading down this direction, cross, and back up and in. And so I'm going to go ahead and go that direction. We're just coming down the trail to Wasco Lake. Beautiful little lake. Very peaceful. Wasco Lake has some very cool little campsites. Great fire pit. And then you can work your way down. And you can actually pick several different tiers. There, there, and there, and there, to set up your tent. And I know trees for hammockers too. Very cool. I'd have to make this a destination again now. Pretty sure during the summertime, heavily used, but pretty cool. Well, whenever you drop down into a basin that has a lake, you start looking around and you go, well, if the trail continues around to the end, maybe I can drop out of the basin. But as you look around in the walls, you go, there's probably a far more likely chance of it climbing one of the hills on the side. You think you get it figured out, and then she proves you wrong. However, I guess this time that I'd be climbing out, and sure enough, here we go. So I don't think it's that far, and then I join up with the PCT and I start heading south on my return leg back to the truck. Not quite sure how many miles it is, and I don't know if I'll get there today or not. I'm kind of not even worried about it. I told Jen that I'd be home Friday night, so it being Thursday morning, we've got some time to play with here. So I'll put this down, climb out of this basin. I'm at a crossroads. Minto Pass High or continue on the 4014. I had to break out the hard maps for this one because there should not be a junction here. So the next junction should be the PCT. So Minto Pass High heads up that direction, and the 4014 heads that direction. So I'm heading up the 4015 and see what happens. Would you look at this view? This is insane. I was just right down there on that beach is the camp. And I climbed out of that basin like I said. This is a crazy view. Very cool. I'm back on the PCT. I bet you a few PCT hikers have sat here and looked at this thing. Very crazy. 1 o'clock, and I'm breaking a path through the snow. There's been no other footprints up here. Got to be close to 6,000 feet, I would assume, and anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow. Fortunately, it's frozen, so I'm only crunching it a little bit, but hopefully we get over the top here pretty soon and drop down where I can start making some miles, because it's getting late and I'm not moving very quickly. We'll figure it out though. Well, it's the end of day 2. Today was an interesting day. I left Jack Lake at about 8 o'clock in the morning and took a side trip and got up to, I believe it's called Cascade Meadows. I'll check on that. Then I came down and I was trying to get up and around and back down to the car by way of the Pacific Crest Trail. And I ran into 4 inches of snow, 6 inches of snow, 8 inches of snow, 12 inches of snow, and got to the point where I had to do this traverse lots of hundreds of feet down. One wrong move and you're sliding until you get to the bottom. Got over to a set of switchbacks right at the edge of Three Finger Jack, and I couldn't go any further. It was about a foot deep. I was post holing in some places where there are drifts upwards of 2 feet. And on that turn, I went ahead and put my micro spikes on and my OR high gaiters. I think they're crocodiles. And still didn't feel safe. And in looking up where I had to go, it was just so steep. And so I decided to turn around and hike all the way back. I'm back down at Jack Lake. I just got here. Got a fire going in the background there. Need some morale boosting today. So I didn't make it. Tomorrow is about 10 miles back to the car. And the bad part is I was about 6 miles away from the car earlier today. Then all of a sudden I was 18 miles away from the car. So long day. I'm going to go get my camp set up. I have done nothing towards sleeping tonight. It's almost dark. And so we're just going to pitch my hammock back in the same spot again. So we'll check back with you in the morning. This is it for day 2. Guys, it's a morning of day 3 and I'm backtracking. Got about 10 miles today, and it's disappointing that I didn't make it on the full loop, but this time of year It's like, I don't know what I was expecting, but anyway, you gotta sometimes just roll with plan B or C, sometimes even D. But we're on our way back, and I'm not gonna do much video in today because you've already seen it all. So, but I did want to say I appreciate the folks that are following me and also the ones that are watching my videos. You know, I started this thing as trying to be a chronicle of my hikes. You know, just something I could sit back and watch. And you know, a lot of you have shown a lot of interest in watching, and I really appreciate it. And I'm trying to make them fun. I know sometimes they're repetitive and boring, but you know, I do think of ways to and shots to try to keep it interesting. So hang in there, we're working on it, and we need to go get some miles. If I would have completed the loop, this is where I would have came out right now. So direction going is that way, and almost finished with the hike. Just about back to the truck. And it looks like this is about it. Got to go over a little down tree here. And here is the trailhead. Everybody, thanks for hiking along. Appreciate it.